Okay, game 3 tonight. Washington Capitals at the Toronto Maple Leafs, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Capitals are secure in that postseason position right now. Still trying to catch Boston for that wild card. They trail them by 3 points with 9 games to play. That still could happen. Toronto was focused on hanging on to that second spot in the Atlantic. They have a 4-point lead over Tampa and 5 over Boston. Pretty secure from a Toronto standpoint. Let's take a look at the number. This number was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Again, odds makers telling you we have a definitive opinion in this game. Toronto minus $1.65. That's actually been bet up from $1.55 because, again, the sharps are all over that number because they smell what the books are cooking. And we are not going to be thrown off the scent for sure. I don't know how many metaphors I can come up with. We do see some money coming in on the over, 6.5 over, minus $1.20. So that makes sense. I mean, anytime the Leafs and Washington are involved, the over is certainly going to be what the public is going to gravitate to. Listed goaltender Samsonov will likely get the start for Washington. Jack Campbell for Toronto. Jack Campbell's played a little bit better of late, but still I need to see a little bit more from him moving down the road. But in this one, I feel pretty confident in his ability, in Toronto's ability to get this one. But we'll break it down real quick. Number one, the number one thing is where experience is the key in this. And I mean from a handicapping standpoint. I mean, you look at this number, most will look at this game and say, well, Washington is the play here, and with good reason. They've won 4 straight games. They've won games against Tampa. They've beaten Boston. They've beaten Pittsburgh. And they've looked really good doing it. They've outscored their opponents 23-10 during that streak, and they just got through crushing Philadelphia 9-2. So why wouldn't you go to the window and get a big underdog here? Well, the reason is Toronto's coming off that 5-2 loss to Buffalo, and I think that they're going to come out with a chip on their shoulder. For some reason, Toronto cannot beat Buffalo. They've lost 3 straight times to the Sabres, and don't lose sight of the fact that Toronto's still 7-1 and 7-1-1 in their last 9 games, and during that span, they still average 5 goals a game. It really just comes down to will they or will they not have good goaltending or play well in front of the goaltender, which is also a problem, more so than I think goaltending at sometimes. The Leafs are 23-8 in their last 31 as a home favorite. They have crushed Metropolitan Division teams, getting a win in 14 of their last 17 games against the Metro. And again, the books really want you to take Washington. We're not going to do that. Let's take a look at the official selection on this game. We're going to go bold here because after 29 years in the business, I've seen this story a million times. The sharp bettors are all over the Leafs, which is why the numbers went up immediately. Get this number now, because what's going to happen is the public is going to come in and they're going to pound this number down because they think they're getting a really good Washington team at a really good plus price. And they're right about that. Unfortunately for them tonight, Toronto is going to have their number. They're going to bounce back after a bad loss to Buffalo. We're going to go Toronto, and we're going to give up the -1.5. We're going to get plus 160. I think Toronto dominates this game.